Speaker, I want to thank my good friend and fellow Rules Committee member Tim Scott for allowing me to speak on this very important issue. This rule does something that is decades overdue. It puts the nation on a path to comprehensive tax reform. Achieving a fair, simpler tax code isn't an easy goal, which is why we're considering today and tomorrow a multi-step process. First, we need to extend the current tax rate. Extend the current tax rate. This extension gives us a bridge, the time we need to dig into the tax code and find a way to make it work for all Americans, not just some. Perhaps even more importantly, it stops the largest tax hike in history. It's worth repeating, the largest tax hike in history. Madam Speaker, this tax increase would threaten more than 700,000 American jobs. And for those folks lucky enough not to lose their job, it could very well lead to lower wages for them. If we don't act, the Democrats' tax increase will hit 53%, more than half of all American small business income. When we brought this small business rules up at the Rules Committee last night, the way they come back at the questions I asked, they came back with statistics, things that really matter not much to anybody. But when I talked about small businesses in my district, those folks that are going to be impacted by this increase on taxes for those making over $200,000, it relates to actual jobs, what they can create and what they may have to cut back on. These are real people, not some statistics that somebody in some Washington think tank came up with. These are real people, real job creators in America. And we're talking about now stifling that at a time when job growth in America is anemic at best. My fellow speakers earlier talked about just that issue in regards to what's changed. What's changed in America since that increase or the 2001-2003 tax decrease was passed by the democratically controlled Congress in 2010. What's changed? You heard from my good friend Mr. Gowdy, nothing's changed. And now we're going to look at those job creators and let's slap them again. Let's take away the certainty for people in my district that have, we have almost 11% unemployment in my district. So now we're going to crush them again by taxing those job creators and putting jobs out of the reach of real Americans. I thank my friend. Listen, H.R. 8 will prevent real hard-working Americans from getting hit with the history's largest tax increase. We have an obligation to make sure that we can do this. We extend it for a year, and it gives us the opportunity. It's been decades since we've had real tax reform. And we have the opportunity to have, for the Ways and Means through regular order, to have input from both Democrats and Republicans alike, experts in the field, to talk about how we craft tax policies that are going to carry us through the next decade.
Another minute.
This is such an important issue, Madam Speaker. This is about the future of America. This is about how we move forward. Now, Ways and Means had 20 committee hearings already on this issue. One of my favorites was the fair tax. And that's what we're talking about as we move forward. Having the ability for the American people to hear debate on this floor in committee sessions through the open process in which we can amend laws or legislation that's going to come forward to this House and get input from all of us, Democrats and Republicans alike, because it really is about where are we heading as a nation. And we talk about job creation. This is about job creation. This is about sustaining the current jobs that we have and about allowing American businesses and entrepreneurs to create more jobs. It's not some crazy idea. This is real America. These are businesses in my district. And with that, Madam Speaker, I yield back the balance of my time.
Gentlelady from Nugent.